Hello, 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 hello. There's no camera on yet. Just getting set up. Um, Giving my dog a chew toy. We've got several things to do. I need to pull up my app to start broadcasting, and I got to preface this. I've got a cold, not a cold, I got allergies. So I might clear my throat every now and then, and it's really annoying. I'll try and mute the mic when I do that. But yeah, we've got some stuff to do. I'm just opening up files. Let's do that's opened. Okay, I've got this going. Okay, yeah. So greetings, everyone. I've got allergies, so I might clear my throat and I might sneeze. I'm trying to mute the mic so you don't hear all the grossness, but let's. Oh, I'm going to jump into the voice chat. So if you're watching the stream and you jump into the chat, you are live. Okay? I just want to reiterate that one more time. If you jump into the stream, if you jump into the stream and you jump into the voice chat, you're live. So whatever we're saying is on YouTube. Okay? Just prefacing that as a little warning. In case you want to discuss the episode, talk about the art, whatever, ask questions. It's up to y'all. I'm going to jump into the chat now, the voice chat. I just need to go to the voice chat. Okay, I'm jumping into game table 1. I'm live in the chat now if anyone wants to jump in. Like I said, it's just a little disclaimer going on there. Okay. I'm just organizing Windows. Not Windows, but the my actual when not I'm on Mac. Ready for some stickers? Yes. Hello, Paula. Okay. I just need one window open for references. So I got that open. Okay. I'm not going to put music on because I can't put, I can only put like royalty free music on, and most of it sucks. And I don't want to listen to royalty free music. So I might put on music on my phone in the background. But hello, everyone. I might put on my music on my phone, so you might hear noise in the background. It's just because I want to hear something besides my own voice. Um, so let me put on some interesting tunes. Um, Maybe we should put on like, should we put on like Zydeco? How do I spell that? How do you spell Zydeco? Here we go. Zydeco. There we go. Best of Zydeco and Cajun Zydeco. I'm just going to try this one. Clifton Chainer? Okay. Don't allow. Let's just play this. I got Zydeco on the background. You might not be able to hear this, but I don't want the stream to get muted. Um, we got some little inspirational music. I already kind of have an idea for what we want to do. Um, has everyone? This is going to be like a spoiler discussion. If anyone does jump into the chat, or if you're just listening to this, because I'm going to talk while I stream. We're going to be talking spoilers. So if anyone hasn't heard Doom on Your Doorstep and you want to listen to it, then turn off the stream. But if you've listened to the show and you're excited to talk about it or hear ideas from it, then we're going to discuss it. Spill some water. Okay, I got a big glass of wine because I didn't want to have to refill. A big glass of wine. Yeah, Gator. I'm thinking Gator for sure. Let me open up let me share my screen. Okay, and then I'll take out my little. I use this thing. It's a keypad called the Tour Box, and I use that to draw with. Actually, let me turn that off real quick. I gotta connect the Tour Box. There's a firmware update. I'm thinking Gator. Gator for sure. I have a general idea of what I want to do, but maybe we can fine tune. Like, I want to have some text on there. Um, yeah, so let me think about it. Like, in the episode, uh, much is made of Amy Vorpal's character being caked out, right? She's caked out. They keep talking about her cakiness. Angel's food cake, King's cake. What else? What was the other one? There's some other cake reference. So I'm thinking some kind of like fake advertisement for like a bake shop called like Big Al's Cakes, and have like a big alligator, like kind of like winking at you, like a Big Al's Cake sticker. Because then we get the alligator, we get the cake reference, and we get all that rolled into kind of like a comedy sticker. Um, Sheet cake, I think it was sheet cake, yeah. Um, so I'm thinking some kind of like bake shop sticker, as if it's like a sticker from some kind of small bakery in New Orleans. Um, I just don't know what the exact text would be. It might be like Big Al's Cakes or uh, something with Al and alligator, and then like cake. And I'm still thinking about it. I'm waiting for this thing to update. As soon as it updates, I will start drawing. I got some alligators pulled up, and this will be my first stream working in Clip Studio Paint, as I've been in Procreate, and I used to use Photoshop, but Clip Studio will be the program of choice as soon as this thing finishes loading. It's taking forever. Um, okay, cake, alligator. Let me just pull up some alligators real quick. Alligators have wider noses than crocodiles, wider faces, and crocodiles' teeth are like more exposed. The alligator teeth are from the top down. Cake Shop sound big. Big Al's Cake Shop. Yeah, I think Cake Shop. Big Al's Cake Shop. That episode was crazy. Like I can't believe she like just got eaten. It wasn't even a Cthulhu thing that got her. It was like it's like as if the episode was taking place like I don't know on a road trip and they got into a car accident. Like it wasn't a. It's so crazy. I can't believe it. I finished listening to it today because I had to like catch up. Big Al's Life Giving Cakes. Yeah. Oh, here we go. It's updated. Okay. Okay. Preset. Clip Studio Paint. Okay. Clip Studio Paint. Open. Okay. Now let's open it back up. Let's get check one, two. NDI. Transition. We're good. Okay. The Make Young Again. Yeah. Big Al's Cakes. Let's just start off with like some drawing, obviously, right? Let's start with some drawing. I'm going to use the good old. Let me just make sure I had to do this. Okay. Just use this charcoal. It would help if I made it black. Um, the mundane stuff it'll get you. Yeah, it's one of those. I mean, that's what's good about it being. That's the great part about it being a game that's recorded and not just an improvised story. Because if it was improvised story, I feel like the players wouldn't just allow some random shit to happen that would interrupt the story. But because it's a game, there's dice involved. Things just go south, whether people want to or it becomes a whole issue. Um, and that's just something that I think is really great about it being a improvised game as opposed to just a story. Okay, I think I found a good alligator. So let's just start it off. Just some loose lines. Um, Loose lines just to kind of keep it fresh. Um, when I start drawing, I keep it very loose, very loose, very energetic, trying to keep the energy. So something like this, like where it's like Big Al, and maybe he's got like a hand with a thumbs up, like Big Al's Cake Shop, something like that, with like the text across. I think something like that would be fun. Mm, or it can be like you give him like a big smile. I kind of want the king's cake is like a donutty shape, right? King's cake. That's very Louisiana. King's king. I just typed king's cake. It's like a donut kind of shape, right? The Louisiana version. The French version is different. Yeah, it's kind of like a circle. So maybe it's like the circle of the king's cake and the alligator's head's coming out of the center. It's like a big ring, yeah. What if it's like a big? I'm trying to think of sticker. So like if it's like a kind of donut shape and the alligator's head's sticking out of the center, it kind of works as a good sticker. I feel like um, something like that. Um, we still got to fine tune it a bit. I'm just gonna keep adding stuff. So maybe it's a circle. The gator's head's here, and he's got like his arm. His hands. Maybe he's got a chef's hat on, like a baker's hat, chef's hat. So it's got the circle, a chef's hat, and then it says like Big Al's cake. That's a cake shop, not bake shop. Cake shop. That feels like a decent sticker, like in terms of shape, and like you can put it on stuff. So that could work. And then maybe there's like a bite out of the side. Trying to think of how else we could fit some meaning into there. Bite out of the side might be interesting. Big Al's Cake Shop kind of works. Um, uh, who's a famous? Isn't there a famous Louisiana chef? Yeah, it's Paul Prudhomme. He's got a beret. No, he's got like a not a beret. He's got like a little cap on. Paul Prudhomme. Yeah, he has a little cap, like a little like a newsboy cap. That's like what he was famous wearing. Um, so let's model this alligator after Paul Prudhomme. Prudhomme. I got a perfect picture of him. Okay, so the he won't have the chef's hat. He'll have the the cap. It almost looks like a beret. It's like real floppy, and it probably need to be smaller. Oops. Where's my tool thing? Oh, it's over here. Okay, so something like this, and then we transform this to scale and rotate. So make it shrink it. Naturally, it didn't move. There we go. It's a little hat, and then he's got a big smile on his face. Maybe he should be sweating. I just think of what Ross was saying in the episode, where he was like, "Oh Lord, I'll take a bite of that king's cake if I was younger," like that kind of thing. So maybe it's like the alligator's like hungry. So we got to make the alligator look kind of like heavy set, like he's like a big alligator. Um, so his arm would need to be like big. His arm's real big. He's got to be big owl. So, and then his eyes would be like real closed. And then alligators have, want to give them, alligators have this big like fat part of their neck. I keep the sketch pretty loose like this when I start. It's pretty dirty, and um, the process of drawing is refining. So you get down the rough, and then you refine, 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 and that's kind of how you get the drawing done. Um, so normally all the stuff I do looks like this at the start. Oh, I could show y'all. I never finished this. I might, if I have time, I'm going to finish this another time. But I have this. I have this image I was working on for the noir episode. Um, it was Stabby being attacked by the monster from the other dimension, but it was going to be like a comic panel of him being attacked. I just never got around to finishing it because I got busy with some freelance. This is kind of just an extra thing, but I'll try and finish it. Okay, I'll try and finish that one at some point. I just got too busy with thing. Where's the alligator? Oh, I missed my image. Just went away. I need a close-up picture of a gator's face. Here we go. This is pretty good. It's kind of hard for me to get the. I keep the drawing pretty small. I know that it kind of looks pretty small on the on this image, the screen, but we'll make it bigger before I do the final. Uh, the gator's mouth kind of has like these like ridge, not ridges, but like these like shapes. The nose is kind of like here, And then the top of the mouth here, this corner of the mouth is actually kind of like, I'm just going to make him pretty big. Pretty big dude. Okay, so that's kind of the loose idea, right? And now let's make it bigger, scale it up. I like to work on it pretty big because that allows for the printing to be nice and sharp, and you can always shrink it, but you can't get it any bigger, right? You want to work on it really large and then shrink it down. It's a general vibe we're going for, okay? Um, so this is the super rough sketch. You call it the thumbnail almost, and then you just turn this down on the layers, and you add new layer, and then we start refining. So I'm going to just, here we go. I'm trying to find the best alligator head to reference. Okay, so the alligators don't have ridges on the. We're going to be. The other idea was to draw a caked out alligator. Just do this really uh, provocative alligator. But that might be a little weird to put on a stick. I feel like that sticker would be weird to put on your stuff without context to the show. It's still pretty rough. I keep. We can always add layers, right? I'm glad you like it. But we still keep it rough at this part. And yeah, the show is really good. I'm excited for the next arc. I believe Josephine's the next one. See, I think I want to give the Louisiana chef I'm referencing. He has a little cravat that he wears, so maybe doing the cravat. There's like a little handkerchief thing. But that kind of makes his neck look skinnier. I want his neck to look really chunky. Becca Scott. No, not Becca. Felicia Day. Yeah, Felicia. Yeah, okay, I like this better. So he's got the little handkerchief, like the chef I'm referring to. Y'all know who I'm talking about? He's like a famous Louisiana chef, Chef Paul Prudhomme. And then we're gonna make his arm look pretty chunky. Let's fix this a bit. The knot, we don't want it to conflict with the hand. Okay, should he be doing a thumbs up? Like, maybe he should. Thumbs up. It's a little, so with illustration, you got to consider things like the finger and the knot being so close together. You don't want that really. This is called a tangent. It's like it's too close. It's too close. It needs one needs to be behind or in front of the other. So I think I want to keep the thumb in the foreground, and I'll just delete this. Time zones are confusing. Yes. I don't know. Maybe that knot's in the way now. This is the kind of stuff you got to like work out early. Maybe we don't do the handkerchief. I just think that handkerchief is good because that guy like always has it on. Mm, let's make the eye a little. I'll come back to that. Let's make the eye a little different. He's got a big wide eye here. Let's. I want to make his eye like a little more, like he's like got like fat on his face. And maybe the wide eye look better. So now that I did that, I'm like, I think the wide eye might be better because it looks more friendly. If we just cut in the bottom part here, we make it like he's smiling. Okay, I think that's good. And then the nose, alligator nose, looks like kind of like just like a hole. I think you got to lose the handkerchief. I think it's looking too distracting. Show that little roll of fat. The handkerchief, yeah. Maybe I'll put it back in. Hold on, let me. I just wanted to be like super big. Maybe the handkerchief goes up here. Handkerchief up there. Hmm. Maybe the handkerchief needs to be like underneath the fat roll. No, it's too obscured. This little fat roll is doing a lot of heavy lifting for me. Um, this fat roll there, I feel like it really gives him like a chunky appearance, which I like. Um, but maybe we just do the handkerchief. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do like a short bow up top, and then where's my reference? The eyes are kind of like next to each other, and then he's got the hat. Let me. His name is Paul Prudhomme. He was a big guy. Here we go. Exactly what I needed. Um, okay, I think the hat needs to be redrawn. We'll delete that, and I think it needs to be drawn like it's maybe it's more like skewed, but we just got to get that correct. This is the fascinating world of illustrations. It's lots of this noodling back and forth early on, this is where I got to make all the big decisions. I can't put that stuff down because I got to do this stuff now because it's going to be a pain in the ass to do later. I wonder, what are some favorite arcs? Like, what's your favorite arc so far? I'm not. I have a couple favorites. I really did like the noir one a lot. That one was really good. Um, I also liked the the pharmaceutical one with the pills. No, that one? Or am I thinking of the pharmaceutical one? The one, the one at the hotel. It was set in the '80s. The makeup convention. It was like the woman was from the makeup convention, and then the guy was a pharmacist who accidentally sold the poison pills to somebody. That one was really good. Drains, yeah. Innsmouth. I think the Innsmouth one. Yeah. That Innsmouth one, it really does it feels like you're listening to it really does feel like an '80s horror movie, like some kind of John Carpenter Mouth of Madness kind of vibes. I just need to look at oh, the Trash Panda. Yeah, I completely forgot about that one. That one's really fun. Trash Panda. Let's look at alligator mouth open. I just need to take a look at the bottom jaw. And I think we need to do Old Girlfriends Every Day was good. Yeah, they're all good in their own way. They all have good things that happened. Okay, something like this. Oh, the Outpost one. What did I even do for that one? I forgot what sticker I did for that. Okay, I think this is getting to where it is. So then we'd have the cake. I think I wanted to break the border though. You should break the border. Cups, that's a wild one. King's cake. It's got this like icing drizzle. It's got an icing drizzle, and then it's got the colors, the purple, green, yellow. Okay, I'm liking this. Uh, okay, let's pull the alligator back up, and let's get into it. Okay, this layer I can tone down, and then this layer I can tone down. Okay, I'm going to mute the mic real quick and blow my nose. Okay, we're getting into the actual line art. I don't know what brush I want to use. I'll probably use brush, ink brush. Zydeco. Okay, where do I start? Where do I start with the final lines? I'll zoom in just a little bit. Um, uh, Using red in the king's cake. Red could be fun, but I feel like we'd lose that Louisiana feeling. Let's see here. Last night, my like nose just like closed up. It was crazy. The allergies are so bad. Um, I don't know why it happened last night, but it's not happening today. Well, I'm glad it's not though. I took this gnarly allergy medicine to help me. Um, I'm sure you all know it. Benadryl. Benadryl is like taking Benadryl for your allergies is like nuking your sinuses. The good stuff, yeah. Um, one, two, three. There's like three of these little like areas in the top of the jaw. My mic is strange though. It's because I'm on my Apple headphones. I don't have a I don't have a super nice mic to use with yeah, with OBS. I could switch to my wired headphones, but the microphone rubs against my shirt and it makes a scratchy noise. So it'll be like you hear like a scratch on the mic um, as I talk. That's the only reason my voice sounds weird. I need to invest in a proper set of headphones that has a nice mic for streaming. I don't quite stream enough to justify upgrading my microphone though. But that's why it sounds weird. Um, I would like to upgrade it because I have to record videos for work sometimes, and I think they sound terrible because my shirt scratches against my mic. So I agree with you. It sounds weird. Um, and then the teeth are just, it could be better for sure. Um, I'd like to upgrade my headphones to the Apple, what do they call it, the AirPod Pro. But I don't know if the mic's that good on them for like streaming and stuff. And I don't want to buy just a pair of headphones just for the mic for like streaming. I don't do it enough to justify this expense, but it does sound a lot better if I were to get an upgraded um, microphone. I think the wired mic sounds better than my headphones, but it's just my shirt scratches. You'll just hear the scratching noise. Yeah, it's not the same. This gator still got his wisdom teeth. The cheap Yeti mic feels like you always prefer standalone mics over the integrated. Yeah, I think getting a standalone mic would be nice. I could try and switch it. Hold on, let me try and switch the headphones real quick. Check 1 2. This might sound better. Um, the this microphone drags on my shirt. That's the only problem. But sounds much better. Yeah, it's a better microphone. It's just annoying that it drags on my shirt. If I hold it out like this, it'll be okay. If I drop it, you'll hear that dragging noise. Maybe I should upgrade my headphones or buy a mic. Actually, I have a mic. I have an extra mic. My wife has an extra microphone. I could plug that in, actually. I'm not going to do it now, but it is something to consider for the future. She's got 2 microphones, and it sounds much better. It's the one that she uses for her stream and for recording the podcast, so it sounds much better. I should just use that next time I stream. Yeah, the speaker being where it is does cause issues. Just gotta get these teeth in. And then they don't really have tongues. They have a pad of flesh. We'll just imply that here. What are the gator's pronouns? Well, it's Big Al, so I believe it's he, him. I mean, it could be Big Al, she, her. I'm gonna probably not. I don't want it to look like a completely realistic alligator. Like, I don't want to draw in all the detail of the scales. I think it should look kind of cartoony still, to a degree. You know? So I think I'm going to hold back on the details of the gator itself and kind of keep it a little more cartoony. We'll see. I could always add more details. But I could put on New Orleans Jazz. I have Zydeco on right now, but New Orleans Jazz might be good too. Just a little hand or finger. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I could have a little snack sticking out of the gator. Oops. Let's get these scales in. We just imply some scales, so adding a few lines like this. Just a few scales like that. Some choice lines. That one looked ugly. Okay, and then we'll need to add some scales on the face, but the face scales look different. Face scales look different from just looking up a reference photo. How do I imply the scales? Something like that. We got the arm feeling a little chunky, which is good. I've been trying to make the switch to Procreate to Clip Studio because I'm getting really sick of Adobe pushing their AI stuff, and kind of against that whole thing. Let's just do the fingers. That's looking pretty good. It's hard to get away from it. Yeah, I have to use Adobe for work still. I still have an account for Adobe. Also, it does have like Premiere and After Effects and all these other programs that I do use on occasion, so it's like kind of frustrating. I might switch it to the Apple Creative Suite, which is like much more affordable, and use Clip Studio eventually. But for work, I have to use Adobe Photoshop. Also, I'm just extremely comfortable in Photoshop. I know exactly how to do things like really quickly. So that's something that you got to consider too. But otherwise, it's not too bad. Should I do this? Make this all black? No, I don't think I should do that. Roll for behave. Let's behave. Cup is here. Oh yeah, family owned. You got you're that you edit that close to the release. That's crazy. 5 minutes left to edit for tomorrow's episode. Oh man. Okay, let's do the hat. I think just like that's good actually. I don't think we need the other line. Cup, are you taking that class like online? Or are you going to an actual theater and doing the class? Because isn't UCB like in isn't that in like, is that in LA? Or is that in Chicago? I know they're in one of the big cities. Huh. Oh, almost at a tangent, so can't do that. Okay, I think he's looking pretty good. I think he's looking pretty good. Now for the cake. I'm pretty hot in here. Hold on, I gotta turn on the fan. It's way too hot in here. I don't know if you might get the fan in the background. It's just incredibly hot in here. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I just realized I could open the window. I know the cake is. Oops. Are you in here? Okay, you're in here. The cake is heating up the place. Um, our windows are right next to the exit. Not the exit. Obviously, the windows face outside, but they're next to the neighbor. So Josephine closes the windows when she streams because she doesn't want everyone to hear her like talking during her stream because everyone would hear like saying ridiculous stuff outside. So she closes the windows, but this room gets really hot without the windows open. So I opened them. Anyway, it's just a pointless story. I opened the windows. That's all you need to know. Okay, the gator's done. Um, See you on the other side of the new episode. Oh man, good luck with the episode edit. Um, when I do different objects on an illustration, I like to start a new layer, just in case I need to edit something differently. So I'm going to start a new layer, and then I'm just going to, let's see if this fast line tool works. Kind of. Let's just erase this part. Let's not erase it, let's just select it and delete it. Delete. Okay. No shame with open window streaming. I know. 95 where you are. It's only getting up to like the low 80s here, but there's no AC in, the UK. So it does get pretty warm. Um, Oops. Whoa, what, the brush size get really big? Holy shit. Oh, that's the wrong brush. Okay. See, that is just. I need to change that line because it's too. I think it needs to be like this. That's better. Feels much better there. Okay. Now I gotta do the icing. I'll do a new layer for the icing. I want the icing to break the edge a bit. Okay. Pretty simple. Looks kind of like a donut. Let's just erase some of these lines. And with clip, you just select it. You press the delete button. You can deselect and do it again. Delete. Delete. Oops, didn't delete that part. Delete. Delete. Oh, I guess I gotta clean up that line. And then delete here. I want the drippy parts. I want that drip. Okay. And then we'll do the sprinkle stuff. We'll do that in color. Let's turn off these other layers. Now we just get the clean lines. Look at that. Beautiful. We're making good time. It's only 8:40 here. So we've only spent like just over an hour doing this. I'm seeing just some areas I need to clean up where the lines are a little too smudged. I think it's pretty good speed, right? You don't understand the cake joke? You'll have to ask the grown-ups. Could someone in chat explain the cake joke? I looked it up too because I wanted to make sure I was getting the reference. Because there is a term, being caked up means you got lots of money, but they're referring more to like a body in this show. Some of this new lingo, this new Gen Z lingo, an old millennial like me needs to understand what they mean. You're 36. Later, everyone. You're 36. I'm around your age. Late 30s. She says caked out. I'm pretty sure caked out means like she's got a big ass. I'm trying to get this line just placed so it just creates this negative space. What's going on here? Why isn't it working? My pencil stopped working? It's weird. Correct. Yes, it is correct. That's what I understood it to be. Whoa, why is my pencil not working? Hello? Pencil. Let's save it. I'm getting worried. Save. idioms don't always make sense. Oh my god, okay. Pencil has stopped working. Did I hit something? No, the pencil's just not working. Okay, hold on. Let me just... I'm gonna turn off the iPad for a second because I gotta, like, exit the app and try it again. I'll be right back on in a second. I'm just closing programs. Mine is Italian, English, Millennials, Brazil, Portuguese. I got too many apps open, I'm just realizing. Let's try this again. Clip Studio Paint. It's opening up. My pencil is not working. Why is my pencil not working? It's working in the other app. Why isn't it working in Clip Studio? Oh, now it's working. Okay. It's working now. Sorry about that. Little technical difficulties. There we go. I'm trying to just place that line. Now it's not working again. What? Why aren't you working? Now it's working again. Okay. Why is it working? Okay. We have a plan. We're gonna switch programs. This is why you learn multiple programs. Let's save the work and let's save as a Photoshop document. We'll call this Cake Shop. Saving it. Cake Shop saved. Going to open up Cake Shop. We're now in Procreate. Okay. Procreate. What's up with this? Is this working now? Man, I'm getting scared. I don't want the pencil to not be working. I gotta use that for a lot of work to do. This is Procreate. It's a different app. Oh, you know what? I just realized it. The nib was loose. The tip of the pencil was loose. Let's go back to Clip Studio. I want to get better at Clip Studio, so I'm trying to work in Clip Studio. Yeah, it's working now. Okay, sorry about that. Technical difficulties happens. Okay, I think that's good. Except I need to... Loose nibs sink ships. Everyone knows that. Okay. It was just a loose nib. I don't know how I got loose. I'm just gonna do some touch-up lines, like on this tooth. Oops, that's an eraser. On this tooth, I want to touch up some of the edges. That looks gross. This one tooth is looking a little gross here. Little things like that, you can't let them live. That's better. Okay. So how are we going to color this? Oh. It's my dog growling. Hey, quit growling. Um, we need to color it. We'll go color flats first. I haven't done too much coloring in Clip Studio. So I'm a little curious as to how I'm going to do this. I might need to jump back into Procreate. Let's do Procreate. I want to be confident with this. Save as. Cake Shop. Okay. Save. Replace. We're going to switch programs, and we're going to do some color, and then we'll sign off for the night. Because I got to do other work. Delete. Okay, import Cake Shop. I won't do the text on stream because it's easier to do the text in Photoshop. What colors are you going to use for the cake? I'm going to stick to the king cake colors, which is purple, green, and yellow. Purple, green, and yellow. So let's just clear out these old layers. These are all the sketches we did. And I'm just going to lay in, oops, I'm just going to lay in the selection for the cake. And yep, we just select everything as a flat and then we paint on top. Some of these stickers, you know, they're like fan art of the monster. Some of these stickers I try and do just like a general theme. And then some of the stickers, I think my favorite ones are the in jokes. Like the jokes, like you only understand the reference if you listen to the episode. And this is one of those. Doom at your doorstep. Unless you've listened to the episode, you don't get exactly why it's an alligator with a with a cake. We don't need it so saturated. Throw that in. Fill later. It's hidden. Cancel. Fill layer. There we go. That's a little too dark. Let's adjust that. Brightness up. Saturation up. Should be pretty saturated actually. Okay. and then we add a layer, and you create this into a clipping layer. So if you're an illustrator or painter, if you're on the stream and you're watching because you're interested in the art process, you create a layer, click the layer, turn it to clipping mask. Now whatever I paint inside the shape, it won't go outside the shape. See that? It's like a stencil. So that's kind of what you do. We need the icing. I think the icing is going to be slightly pale yellow. Slightly pale yellow. The icing is white on a real cake. It's just like a sugar glaze. But I don't want pure white on the sticker. I'm using an off-white, slight yellow tint, just so it doesn't look like just like we're missing colors. I think this might be one of my favorite stickers, honestly. I think it's funny. I think it's clever. Like, it's clever because if you don't know the episode, you just don't get the joke at all. It's a very like either you know the joke or you don't. Okay. And then we just fill that layer. So there's the icing. And now we gotta do the sprinkles. Let's find out a brush. Let's find a brush that'll look good for sprinkles. I've got some charcoals that might work. Some textures. There's some spray paint. Maybe the spray paint? Let's try it. Purple. It needs to be like kind of like a vivid purple. That might look too gross. Materials. There's this noise. It's too fine a texture. What's about this newsprint? Nope. That might be okay. No, I don't know, maybe not. Luminance. Industrial. Nope. Definitely not. Organic. Nope. I need like to be like sparkly. Water. Earth. What about the sparkles? Ooh, what weird. Gross. Spray paint. Maybe the spray paint. Would that work? I don't know if it would work. I'll select this, invert the selection, delete this, and then I will unclip it. And now it's just a standalone shape. I'm going to clean it up just a little bit right there. Okay. Clip this to that. Spray paint? Will the spray paint work? With a few drops of blood? Yeah. A few drops of blood. I'll do some blood. What? I'm just trying to figure out a sprinkle brush, basically. Do I have any sprinkle brush? What about these? Diffusion? That kind of looks like the sprinkles. Maybe I can make that work. What about diffusion medium? Pointillism. think the pointillism might work. Okay. Okay. So we're going to select a section. One. Four. One, two, three, four, five. Okay. Let's do the pointillism. Do another one. Do a final one. Okay. Let's clean up this a little bit. This little bit here, we'll just erase that. Okay. And then yellow, so then green, then yellow. So green. I'm trying to find the right green. Okay, I think that green's good. We'll do new layer, clip it. So this next section is just green. It'll overlap just a little bit. One. Two. Three. Let's do the green. I think just 2 passes on the green's good. And then the yellow. It's kind of like a golden yellow. A new layer. You want to get up there? My dog's trying to get up on this chair. Want to get on the chair? No? Okay, the yellow overlap just a little bit on the green. Overlap a little bit in the purple. Overlap a little bit in the green. Overlap a little bit in the purple. Overlap a little bit on the green. A little bit on the purple. Okay, and now we do yellow. I think that looks good. A little glowy. Yeah, we could do a little glow. Okay, so that's the cake. I kind of like the way it looks like a... It kind of looks like a print, like it's printed on newsprint. I like that. So what I probably want to do for the actual cake part, I'll do a clipping mask, and I'm going to just add that texture like this, and I'll set it to multiply. So it's got that texture on the bottom too. And then this needs to be cleaned up just a little bit. I see there's a little bit there, a little bit there. Okay. Now for the alligator. I think the printers that like Cup are using, they just do like digital prints, so you can kind of use whatever colors you want. I just send the stickers over, and then Cup gets them printed. But I'm pretty sure it's just whatever digital colors you do are fine. If these were being screen printed, you'd have to really think about the colors. That would be different if they were screen printed. If the printer was specifically like a CMYK printing machine, then that would be different. But I just send the digital file and they just print it out, so I'm pretty sure they're using an RGB color space. I'm pretty sure, because I've never had to customize the file for the print. But that would be the only consideration if it's like if it's CMYK. If it's CMYK, you would need to get it to you need to have the same color profile. But Procreate doesn't handle CMYK that well. Procreate is made strictly for digital, and if you do want to do CMYK stuff, you should use like Photoshop or Clip Studio. Those programs handle CMYK better. Eventually, Procreate will update, hopefully, and it'll handle CMYK better. But I've had to use CMYK for a freelance job of mine, and it was a nightmare because the colors would all be different when I imported it into Photoshop. So it was like I had to like redo the colors after I had already drawn it, and it was just like it was too crazy. And then we also need clip mask. We need to add some white right here. Okay. All the previous experiences with CMYK printers, so you always have to be aware. Yeah. Add clipping mask. Use alligator. He's going to be green. I think maybe make him like super green. Like super green, like that. Might be too green. Let's play with it. Brightness down. Saturation down. The avocado green. I think that green looks good. This it's more of a yellow green. Okay, so here's what I want to do. I want to try and make this look. I like the way these dots kind of make it look like an old print, kind of like shitty, like but in a good way. I kind of want to keep that with this gator, so I'm going to add those dots, and I think those were with which ones were those? Where were those? Halftone. Okay. I'm going to add these dots right on top. I'm just going to turn it to mold overlay. Turn it down. And then we'll add some yellow for his belly. We're just selecting the belly. My dog's trying to get up on the. You want to get up on the thing? Here, get up. You're gonna fall if you get on those. Okay, lay down. Lay down. He's on top of a bunch of jackets, and the jackets are likely to slide off of each other, and he'll slide off the box that he's on. But he's settled down now. Okay. Okay, so other yellow. Okay, so that's the yellow, the stomach. I'm just going to pick this yellow, and I'm going to press fill layer, and what if I do screen? Screen. But what if I duplicate this layer and offset it just a little bit? Like purposefully offset it. And we overlay. You see what it's doing? Oops. You see what it's doing is kind of giving this like offset print. Like it's purposely, like it's an old school print where it was like run the colors through. I want it to kind of look like retro. Like maybe the stickers from like. Actually, you know what? It matches because maybe the sticker's like from the 90s or something. It's like an old print sticker. You know, it's like 30 years old. So I'm purposely offsetting the colors a little bit on this print. Okay, so this has got to be a pale. The interior of the mouth is kind of pale, so I'm just going to put this like. Maybe it should be pink. Maybe more pink. I know their mouths aren't actually pink, but I think it looks better pink. Okay, so this it's pink. Let's do the offset, duplicate, overlay, and I'm just going to offset the mouth a bit. This is off. Okay. Okay, the teeth are all gonna. Everything that needs to be white will now be selected. So tooth 1, tooth 2, tooth 3, tooth 4, tooth 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It doesn't matter if I count them. I don't know why I'm counting them. Okay. And then also all of his little handkerchief and his hat will be white because that chef that we're referencing always wore white hat, white handkerchief. Okay. I do slightly. I never use pure white. Do like slightly off white. Okay, so there's that. Let's tone it down. white, and then I select this. Oops, wrong thing. Select clipping mask. Let's just do a blue with that dithering. Let's tone that way down. There we go. Looks good. And then I'll take the whole white, offset. Set to overlay. And then we'll do the yellow eye. I think eye should be yellow. Right? Or did someone say a glowing eye? They want us in glowing eye. Let's do yellow. Fill layer. Let's turn that to overlay. Oops. Duplicate. Screen. If you want it glowing, you select it again. Select, duplicate, fill layer. You come over here, you do Gaussian blur, and you crank it up so it's glowing. I think we just need to take, select, I need this green here. Fill layer. Offset the print. What is that? Multiply? Overlay? Just offset it just a little bit. Oops, keep hitting the sticker, or I keep hitting the select. Select. Fill layer. Let's offset this a little bit. And let's try overlay. Yeah, overlay looks good. Tone it down just a little bit. Okay. Alright, thanks for hanging out. We're pretty much done here. I think this is it. I think this is the sticker. I might do select, go to the top of all these layers, fill. Okay, so what I might do is this halftone dithering dots. I might just take this whole, not that. Just add a final like grain over everything. So if I do overlay, look at that. I'll tone it down a bit, it's a little too much, but does it look like a retro sticker? Like a retro, like this is like an old sticker from like, I don't know, like the 80s or something, or like it's been around for a long time. Let's turn off the background. It's all saved. Okay. share PSD with me. Okay. That's the sticker so far. I'm going to just mute my screen real quick. Muting the screen. Yeah, old scratch and sniff. That's a, yeah, that's a good. That's a very good example. Okay. Okay, so I'm opening up Photoshop. I think I could just knock the sticker out tonight, so I'm gonna just do it now. I was gonna do this off stream, but why not? Okay, it looks like old scratch and sniff. Here goes. We're gonna transition in. We're in Photoshop. We've journeyed Clip Studio, Procreate, Photoshop. 3 different programs to make one sticker. Okay. We just need a couple things. I need I need the stroke edge, which is the you'll see what it is in a second here. Stroke white. Is that like edge there? I know, we had to go into the Creative Cloud. I can't believe it. After I was talking mad shit. Okay. I just need to find a really nice font, like a handwritten cursive that's like Big Owl. I want like a script font. Download. I'm looking for something classic. Download. Download. You gotta be careful with fonts. You can't just throw any font onto these stickers because they're going out, to the public. I'm only downloading fonts that are free for use, which is tricky. Vintage, here we go. I'm just downloading a bunch of fonts right now. Sorry, this looks really boring because they're not drawing, but which one was that called? James Stroker. Let's try James Stroker. Install. Okay. Big Owls. Where'd my font go? pause for a moment. I gotta load my font in. Loading in the font's almost 9:30. We're getting close, but I think I'm almost be done. Okay, let's turn that back on. I know you didn't notice the difference, but James Stroker. Let's see how this looks. Does that look okay? No, I don't like that at all. It's a waste of my time. Let's see if I have something that already exists in here. Art brush medium. That looks kind of nice. Big owls. If we have it like this, maybe do I have another thing? Oh, this brush script. Big owls. Letters too far apart here. We could fix that. Let's do effects, stroke. Big owls. And then we need to see, I'm much faster in this than I am in the other programs. Cake shop. All caps. Oh. Should we rotate it like that? Big Al's Cake Shop. That one looks pretty nice. But let's see if that's... Let's do the stroke. Big Al's Cake Shop. Let me... I gotta play with the positioning. Big owls. Big Owl's Cake Shop. Oh, we'll try some other fonts just, real quick. Easiest way to do that is to click up here and just scroll down. That one looks okay too. We're just going through it. That's the same one we had. Hold on, I lost the chat. Of course it... I think I want the letters to be pretty chunky. She said she was caked out, so I think we need like some chunky letters. That one looks kind of nice. It looks a little too modern though. This one, okay, this one, Monster Mash. This looks like that same fucking font that all the AI posters are doing. For some reason, they do this shitty. I mean, this is the actual font, but like the AI posters keep doing that shitty kind of brush font for some reason. I don't know why they settled on that. Like, out of all the posters in the world, that font keeps coming up. I know I got some good chunky fonts in here somewhere. That kind of looks fun. Cake shop, cake shop, cake shop, cake shop. Cake shop. This really fat letters. This called. Oh, this is actually called gigantic. That one looks pretty good. Hold on, let me tone that one down a bit. Big Al's Cake Shop. It might be too much with the other font. Let's keep going. Gothics. Cake Shop. None of these are going to work. I already know these ones. These are all from the same designer. They're not. He's not. That one's kind of fun. Huh. That's kind of fun too. It doesn't fit with the aesthetic I'm looking for though. I really want it to be like a chunky, fat font. This one kind of looks nice. Kontiki. I thought I had chunkier fonts. I guess I'm wrong. I don't have chunky fonts. The real question is, do I have wine left? Let's see. A little bit. My plan worked. I just poured myself a ton of wine so I had to get up and get more. I basically poured 2 glasses in 1 glass. Okay, none of these are looking good. Where's my fonts? What is this? All this garbage fonts? How about this one? Phosphate. Cake shop. Come on, I know I had some cooler ones here. So far, that gigantic font was the only one that was the coolest one. Does the word look different to you now that you've seen it for so long? Too much cake shop. I think, man, I think those are it. Cake shop, no. Oh, there's this one. That's a chunky one, but it doesn't have the vibe I'm looking for. Let's just go to that gigantic one. That one was pretty good. Let's do a space. Let's tone it down just a little bit. Big Al's. Big Al's Cake Shop. I feel like it's a better. I don't know what to search. Chunky? Big? Old school. Maybe old school. Varsity team. What's a classic Louisiana font? Is there like a more like Louisiana font? It's tough. Those are stupid. What's like kind of like a 70s retro? Is there a retro? Old school? Oh, I think I found something. I think I found it. Like I just find. Okay, I found a couple. Thing is, you can't. You got to find the free ones. I'm a I'm a proponent of not stealing people's stuff, but some of the non-free ones look better. That's the problem. Let's find if I can find more options. Submit. Oh, this one's free. Great. That one looks awesome. Okay, y'all see what I'm looking at in a second. Oh, that's it. That's right. Okay. What's this one called? Auto Lava? Auto Lava. And let's try a varsity team. Okay. Is it going to be in here? I gotta reload it. Save. Close y'all one more time. Quit. Nope, not that. Almost quit my OBS. Okay, here we go. This will be This will be the homecoming here. Let's open this back up. Transition back in. Okay, I think I got it. Auto Lavo Cake Shop. And we need to adjust. Cake Shop. And the big owls needs to look different now because maybe like that. Big Owl's Cake Shop. But I need to make it all bigger. It needs to be all bigger. Okay, and then let's try and do a different color for the font. Maybe blood red. Yellow looks kind of nice. I think the peach, kind of this orangey peach kind of looks good. And then maybe the big owls is in the like red. No, I think black. Keep it in black. Okay, let's do a group. Turn that, let's just duplicate this group. Okay. We will group has been merged. I'm trying to see if I can't make it look like a cleverly got. Big Owl's Cake Shop. Let's just move it about a bit. This might be the most boring part of this. Something like that. I think that. Okay, I think this is the home stretch. I don't know if I want to add the blood on it. I could try adding blood. But I kind of like it living as like this weird retro sticker. We just need to add. Let's save it. We just need to add some color, like a. I have a halftone here somewhere. Halftones, here we go. Big Al's Cake Shop. Okay, and then we'll just do this. W, select all the text here. Not that. Okay. Just another layer, and then B, X, do this, deselect, Big Al's Cake Shop. Like that. Okay, I think that's... So I kind of added the... We didn't add blood, but we added like red. Red in the dots. We could try blood. Let's just do it real quick. We'll try the blood. Plus, I'll just do this. Get my brush out, and then I have some blood splatter. Let me just try it. I have a splatter brush here. Trying to see if this works. Sometimes adding too many things can muddy up the whole thing. We'll see though. That one looks a little better where it's like stained. Trying to find... That one's too... I'm just trying to find the perfect splatter. I kind of like it just being like barely on there. Let's duplicate, merge down. So I kind of like the blood splatter being like... Maybe next to Big Al. Maybe the blood splatter needs to be there. Big Al's Cake Shop. Is it too much to have it on? Is it too much? That's my question. Do we need the blood splatter? Or is it? I feel like I kind of like it without it because I feel like it becomes more of like an inside joke. Let's try another. I'm just trying different dried blood. Maybe another one works. Oh, that kind of looks cool. Something like that. Big Al's Cake Shop. A little bit of blood. Just a little bit. I think we just need to adjust the color of the blood. It needs to look more like dried blood. So, something more like that. Anyone in chat? Verdict? Blood or no blood? Is the joke funnier without the blood? Is the blood adding anything to the joke? Let me know. Let me know your thoughts. I'm going to have some wine. Okay, you like the blood on the sticker. Okay. I like the blood right there. I think it's good. Just offset. Let's do it. Let's call it file, save. Okay. What I have to do is I gotta select, you hold command, click the layer, it selects everything in the layer, press C, it conforms the layer down to it crops it to the pixels there. And then we just do file, export, export as, we're going to call it Doom at Doorstep. The name's going to be called Doom at Doorstep, but we all know it's Big Al's Cake Shop. Push the roll. Export. File. I'll export another one. This one I'm exporting at 33%. Export. That's the one I'm going to post on Instagram. And then that's it. That's it. Thanks for joining me. This was a fun stream. We got it done. It's about to be 10 now. So what is that? 2 hours? 2.5 hours? 2.5 hours of work. Knocked it out. I think this looks really cool. It's probably one of my favorite stickers. If you know the show, it's really funny. I'll post it on Instagram. If you see it, please share it. It promotes the show, it promotes me. It helps everyone out. The sticker should be coming to you. I don't know when. That's not my job. That's Cup. He's handling that part. But I also have the sticker for. Let me turn this off real quick. I also have the sticker for I did one for Richard the Rabbit. I'll show you that real quick before I leave. It's on here. I gotta send Cup this one too. I got behind because I was doing some freelance stuff, so I was trying to get this Richard the Rabbit one done. It's Richard the Fortunate Rabbit. Similar. Richard the Fortunate Rabbit, The City of Tomorrow. I'm trying to make it look kind of like the Merry Melodies. Trying to make it look that way, but I'm just fixing something real quick. Okay. So this one will be saved out, export as. This one was City of Tomorrow? Is that it? Forgot what that was called. Export as. I'll do a screen size one. Okay. Okay, it's saved out. That's it. We're calling it. Thanks for joining me. It's been great. The levers that tilt the world. Yeah, it had nothing to do with the levers that tilt the world. Yeah, I forgot. I just remember because he kept saying the City of Tomorrow. Okay. Thanks, everyone. It's been great. I got to get offline. I got to do some freelance tonight before we go to bed. And be expecting stickers in the mail. We will do another stream for the next show once more episodes come out, and we'll post it again. We'll do it again. I think it makes it easier for me to just do it all in one go and maybe show people what's going on, because it forces me to sit down and just do it real quick, and I think that helps, and everyone gets to maybe have a say in like what it looks like, you know. Anyway, thanks for the stream. Sorry. Thank you for joining me. I will talk to y'all later. Have a great day. Have a good night.